As parents, there are so many things we need to fight for, and there are so many things we need to bring under subjection in the place of prayers. There are so many covenants that have been entered by our parents, our grandparents, our forefathers. There are so many covenants and agreements they made with strange gods, with idols. Some of them have decided to serve idols all the days of their lives, and at that point of making that covenant, they got their children, their great-grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren involved in that agreement, that after they had gone, children would continue the worship of strange gods. And now so many years have gone, and so many generations have been born. And unknowingly or knowingly, those children, grandchildren, whatsoever, have decided not to continue with idolatrous worship. Some of them are worshiping the true God, while others are just living a nominal life. And the effect is telling on their career, on their finances, on their health, and whatsoever. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that whatsoever covenants have been made, good and bad, it also takes someone to break that covenant if it must be broken. And many times there are so negative things that are happening in our lives, in our families, in our homes, and all that are yet also to happen in the life of our children if we will not stand and fight against them and war against them. But the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers. Those agreements and covenants that have been entered, that have been made by our foreparents, they are made with principalities, they are made with powers. And for this stronghold to be broken, we need to go on bended knees. We need to seek the God of heaven with a higher power, because the Bible says that when a strong man comes to a house to steal or to do whatsoever, he needs to bind the strong man in that house before he will gain entrance. So also, if we must save our lives and the lives of our children from the hands of these strongholds and this strong man, we need to possess a higher power. We need to ask for a higher power. And that is why we need to go on bended knees and ask for the grace of God and sacrifice in the place of prayer to break all these strongholds that are responsible for our failures, for our disappointments, for our calamities, that are standing as strongholds in our lives. We need to war and fight against them, so that when the time of our children comes, things will become easier for them. Their achievement, their success, their progresses, and their breakthrough in life will become so easy. We need to stand our ground and fight on their behalf. The Bible says, I sought for a man to stand in the gap. And when there was no man to stand in the gap, every evil that was determined came into fulfillment. You need to make yourself available. Stand on the gap on behalf of your children, on behalf of your family, if you must progress, if you must prosper. There's a general saying that if there is a man to pray, there is a God to answer. So be that man that will pray, and there is a God in heaven that will answer prayer and break every stronghold.